ChamberZone, the show that's all about Kingsport, this fabulous community that we are fortunate to call home. I am Laura Woods with Care Centers Management Consulting. He is my good friend, co-host, and favorite eating buddy, Bob Fegans with the Kingsport Chamber of Commerce, and we've taken our road show to the Roadhouse, and that would be the Texas Roadhouse, located here in Kingsport.
And we are both hungry, so it's a good thing because we are at a very popular and always crowded restaurant here, Texas Roadhouse, which is on Stone Drive. Of course, Texas Roadhouse is known for its legendary food, legendary service, and legendary fun. It's a great place to bring the family from their delicious steaks, and to their fall off the bone ribs, a number of wonderful, delicious entrees on the menu, and they can bring all those items to your next party through their excellent catering service. We'll tell you all about this great restaurant here at Texas Roadhouse when its managing partner, David Batts, joins us in just a moment.
And not surprisingly, if it is summer in Kingsport, that means it's time for a parade, because we love our parades here in this great city. Now, the upcoming Mack-Riddle American Legion Independence Day Parade is slated for Friday, July the 4th. We will have Leanne Racer with the New Kingsport program at the Kingsport Chamber of Commerce on our show to tell us all about this historic event, one of the longest and largest running parades in the nation, until somebody proves us differently.
And speaking of move to Kingsport, check out Kingsport's newest residents. Yes, here they are, the 4 new wolf pups, which are the newest addition to Bays Mountain Park and Planetarium. And you can even go to Bays Mountain right now and see them. Watch them howl. We'll tell you all about our new little friends at Bays Mountain Park and Planetarium, tell you all about all the other activities and events they have going on at Bays Mountain this summer when Rob Cole joins us a little later in our show.
We'll also find out if there's any truth to the rumor that the way they make them howl is they show an episode of the Kingsport.
Well, that would certainly make them cry about howl.
Good point. We have a lot to get to, but before we do all of that, we want to let you know what's happening here in this fair city of ours. So check out your latest Kingsport Chamber news and highlights.
We're so pleased to be joined by our host for today's Kingsport Chamber Zone. David Batts is the managing partner here at this fabulous restaurant of Texas Roadhouse. David, it's good to see you. Thanks for hosting your CZ today. Thank you. David and Texas Roadhouse are a great friend to this community and your Kingsport Chamber. And David, I want to start off by saying thank you for being the lunch and dinner sponsor at your Kingsport Chamber's Golf Scramble.
Very well.
Your delicious meal certainly made me forget about my bad golf game for a few minutes.
It made my husband take a nap when he got home.
That's right. Yeah, I want to make sure we ate after our round. But David, give us an overview of this fantastic restaurant here at Texas Roadhouse.
Well, thank you for hosting us today. I really appreciate that. And we're celebrating 15 years this month. So I'd like to thank
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the people of Kingsport for their great support over the years. We're going strong. We have an excellent menu of real hearty food and hand-cut steaks, and continue to go on for another 15 years, I think.
Of course, one of the things that you are known for are those fantastic steaks that you have here. Tell us about those.
Well, we have a butcher on site that comes in every day, works 7-8 hours in a 32-degree box, cutting meat for us. He's real proud of his steaks and puts a lot of time and effort to make sure that we're serving the best steaks we can.
Bob, why don't you go and get some B-roll of that?
That's right. Spend a couple hours in there in that 32-degree temperature. Well, if I got a steak out of it, I would. But, and David,
we could probably hook you up with a steak.
Well, I actually had a steak here the other night. My wife and I came here. The place was absolutely packed. But in addition to your great steaks, David, you have a number of wonderful other items here on your menu. Tell us about that.
Sure. Well, we are known for our hand-cut steaks, but we also have award-winning fall-off-the-bone ribs, baby back ribs that are absolutely phenomenal, and people actually travel out of their way just for our ribs. All of our side items are made from scratch, fresh baked bread made daily.
Yes.
Basically, everything on our menu is made from scratch. We put a lot of time and effort into make sure our food is legendary.
It is fantastic, and that's one of the reasons why you can draw such a great crowd here. But if somebody doesn't get here, you can certainly take the party to them. You have a wonderful catering service, no matter the size of the party.
Yeah, sure. We do a lot of events, typically charitable events for our community. For instance, the golf classic that you hosted. We also did the John Sevier Band Banquet this year, which was a great success. They were very appreciative, and the food was phenomenal. Not bragging on myself. But, so we can do a lot of off-site events. Typically, we can help with just about any charitable event that an organization would like to put together. So.
You can cater any size party too, right?
Oh, sure. We do most, if we go off premise, typically it's over 100 people, or we could do a banquet style for smaller gatherings, that kind of stuff.
You mentioned the charity events. Texas Roadhouse, in addition to your great food, you're also known for being a great corporate citizen. As you're heavily involved in this community, you're a great friend of the Kingsport Chamber. So talk about that community outreach and some of the projects you support in Kingsport.
Okay. Well, we always try to stay involved in the community. We're heavily involved in the local schools. Again, I mentioned John Sevier. We also assist with DB, Dobbins Bennett, and several other schools in the area. The churches are a big focus. We will donate just about as much bread as a church needs for their potluck dinners and so on. One of our big events that we do in our community is we help the Kitchen of Hope in downtown Kingsport. We go down usually once a month and provide food and some volunteers to serve food to our people in need in our community.
Such a fantastic partner that they are.
Oh, absolutely. And you also have a car that you support too, the Texas Roadhouse car.
Oh, yes. That's
yes.
at the Kingsport Speedway. Chad Fincham is his name, and that's the driver. He won the State of Tennessee driver. It's the Wheeling NASCAR series in Kingsport. So if you haven't been down to the track, it's a fun time for the family. And of course, you have to come to Texas Roadhouse after you watch Chad beat the competition. But it's a nice time, and the kids love it. And Chad is an awesome driver, and he was ranked actually 9th in the nation last year. So it's a good time.
It's fantastic, and again, people come here because of the fantastic food, but they also keep coming back because you just have a wonderful staff here too that provides outstanding service.
Yeah, I tell you, we have top-notch people. We really try to bring in the best, and we have a culture that allows our employees and our staff to they're free to be themselves. They don't have to put on a show. They come in, they know they're going to be respected, and they want to do a good job. And I think they deliver legendary service and just absolutely awesome food. They do a really good job for us.
Yeah, they've been incredibly friendly to us as the short time we've been here this morning. So, David, if people want more information about Texas Roadhouse, where do they get that?
Well, we have a website, texasroadhouse.com, or you can call the restaurant at 378-4104. You can ask for me or one of the other managers, or one of our great staff will be glad to help you.
Great. Well, David Batts with Texas Roadhouse, thank you so much for hosting us today. And I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic lunch that we get after the show, too.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate your having us.
Anytime. Thank you.
Thanks, David. And when we come back on your CZ, we'll have a preview of this year's Mack Riddle American Legion Independence Day Parade. Please stay with us. And welcome back to your Kingsport ChamberZone on location from Texas Roadhouse here on Stone Drive in Kingsport.
Well, everybody loves a parade. And Kingsport, of course, is a city known for pulling off parades. We love a parade in Kingsport. We will have a parade for anything. And of course, upcoming on our calendar is the Mack Riddle American Legion Independence Day Parade. And here now to tell us more about this fantastic patriotic tradition here in Kingsport is Leanne Razor. Leanne, of course, is the director of the Move to Kingsport program at your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce, and she's also the coordinator of this fun event. Leanne, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I guess there's potentially somebody out there who isn't familiar with the Mack Riddle American Legion Independence Day Parade. So for that person, because I think it's probably only one.
Probably only one.
Tell us a little bit about the parade.
Well, this is the 61st year of this parade. It's a long-standing tradition in Kingsport. We every year it's the same. I feel like it's the same thing, but it's stuff that people really want to come out and participate in. We have stories of people who have been coming all their lives. They can remember as a young child coming and sitting in the same place with their family, and now they're bringing their grandkids out. So it's just a way that we can honor all of our veterans and celebrate our country. It's great.
I know it's a silly question, but it is Friday, July 4th. It is on Independence Day because it is on Friday.
I do get that
Yeah,
question.
tell us about the time it starts and the parade route itself.
We will actually be out setting up at 8 o'clock, and believe it or not, we do have people coming out setting up their chairs and getting their spots. The parade actually will kick off at 10 o'clock. It'll start at the Renaissance Center, and it will travel down Center Street and end at Memorial Park.
And then what kind of floats and entries can we see in the parade?
We've got lots of fun floats and lots of floats that are repeat that we always love to look for. We have the American Legion. We have Champion Chevrolet sponsoring the Daughters of the American Revolution. Eastman will have a parade. We have all 4 of our marching bands this year. We have North, South,
Great.
Volunteer, and Dobbins Bennett. So
That's
we're very
wonderful.
excited about that. Very excited.
That's kind of odd. We don't normally get all 4 bands.
I know it, and people love the bands,
Oh, yes.
absolutely. And talk a little bit about the name of the parade for a minute. Mac Riddle American Legion Independence Day Parade, a long-standing tradition,
Yes.
big history.
Mac Riddle and
Yeah.
Gordon Blessing actually started the parade back 61 years ago, and it meant a lot to them as veterans and a way to honor their friends and their fellow vets. And one of the things, the American Legion went in and kind of helped them get that going. And now we're finding that they're getting older and it's harder for them to keep up that tradition. So we were asked to take that over, and one of the main stipulations were to keep the name, keep the honor
Sure.
and the
Right.
memory of Mac Riddle going.
Sure.
And you mentioned the floats and entries in the parade. One of the great things about the parades in Kingsport is that anyone can enter. Even Laura and I can put an entry in and walk in the parade.
I don't know why you say it like that.
I know. Well, you know.
Well, we're always looking for more clowns, Bob.
Well, that's true. That's.
Oh,
see.
that was good.
Yes, it
I
was
didn't
good.
have anything to do with
I
that.
think she directed it at both of us. So,
Yeah.
but tell us how someone can enter and what the cost
Yes,
is.
well, you're right. Anyone can enter. It's a $20 entry fee, and it's just to cover the cost of some of the maintenance and the things that we have to take care of. But all you have to do is you have to call our Kingsport Chamber, and we'll be glad to send you an entry fee either by email or you can stop by and fill out an application.
And Leanne, as you mentioned, of course, 61st year, it's a long-standing tradition. Everybody recognizes the 4th of July parade, of course, as a way that you honor the country and celebrate the independence of the country.
Absolutely.
But for this particular parade, of course, we also tie it into honoring the veterans. So talk just a little bit about what this parade means to the community.
It really means a lot to the community. I mean, we have a huge military presence here. We're a very patriotic town. As I recruit people for the Move to Kingsport program, we often tell them, how patriotic we are. We have the Memorial Park to symbolize that. So for a lot of the residents here, it's a way to get together as a community and celebrate our country.
It's very appropriate that it ends at the Veterans Memorial.
Absolutely.
So, and you mentioned that a lot of people come out for this parade. It's a great day to celebrate our home community here of Kingsport with our friends and neighbors, and some of whom are some of Kingsport's newest residents. So give us an update on the Move to Kingsport program.
Well, you're right, Bob. A lot of the things that we are able to tout as we're doing recruitments and things for Kingsport is that we do have so much community involvement and so many community events. We have numerous parades, we have Fun Fest, and so we always invite those newcomers down to participate and to get to know each other, and it always ends up being very well received. And the Move to Kingsport program is still recruiting people. I mean, a lot of people think that it's just geared toward retirees, and that's a misconception because we also recruit young professionals with talent into our area.
Sure, it's been a fantastic success. The program has been wonderful. The parade's been a fantastic success. That's why it's going on 61 years strong. So, Leanne, if people want more information about the parade, where do they get that?
They can get that at kingsportchamber.org, or they can also call our Kingsport Chamber at 392-8800.
Well, Leanne Razor with the Kingsport Chamber's Move to Kingsport program and the coordinator of this year's Mac Riddle American Legion Independence Day Parade. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to another great day to celebrate our nation's independence.
Thanks, Leanne.
We'll see you there.
Sounds great. Stay tuned because when we come back, we're going to talk to you about some of the newest attractions at Bays Mountain right after this. and welcome back to this edition of your award-winning Kingsport ChamberZone from Texas Roadhouse.
One of our absolute favorite places to visit in Kingsport is Bays Mountain Park and Planetarium. And if this Bays Mountain didn't have enough reasons to visit this Kingsport gym, the park has now welcomed 4 new wolf pups to its animal habitat. Here now to tell us all about our new little friends and all that's happening at Bays Mountain Park and Planetarium is the park's operations coordinator and our good friend Rob Cole. Rob, it's good to see you. Welcome back to your CZ.
Thank you for having us. Great to be here.
I always love having Rob on the show because there's always so much happening at Bays Mountain. And Rob, you literally have had your hands full this spring with your newest addition. So tell us about your 4 new wolf pups and how they came to Bays Mountain.
We really have, and gosh, they're so adorable. We got our wolf pups.
Which begs the question, why didn't you bring them with you?
Well, I don't know, something
okay.
about health laws or
Whatever.
something like that,
Whatever.
I'm sure there'd be something on the menu they would have liked.
I know there's no good excuse for me not to
No,
bring
there's
them.
really
So
not.
I know. I'm
We would have
losing
done
this
it
one.
outside. I mean, we could have come up with
I
something.
know.
So I'm sorry.
I'm losing this
Go ahead.
one.
Go ahead.
Well, they actually arrived at the park on Friday, May 16th.
Okay.
They came to us from a nature reserve in Minnesota, specifically Sandstone, Minnesota Wildlife Connection. We've got 4 wolf pups that are absolutely adorable, 2 male, 2 female, and they are still pups right now. They grow fast, but we're really excited about this because, as you know, we attempted to get wolf pups last summer. We were not successful in doing that, but we've got, it's worked out really great. This is just their personalities are absolutely fantastic. The process that we're in now with them and spending time with them is something that we've looked forward to for quite some time. The training and the preparation that goes into that, of course, staff and volunteers, where do I begin and start with all this? There's a lot of excitement surrounding the wolf pups. We all love newborns. So.
Yeah, that's awesome, Rob. And of course, you mentioned there's a process involved in it. I mean, you don't just take 4 wolf pups and set them down in the pen and say, go have fun, go play and stuff. I mean, there's an acclimation process involved with not only the park, but also the current wolves that you have there, as well as with the humans.
There is. We do want to get the pups acclimatized to the park. And we have what we call a socialization process, where the moment the wolf pups arrive, we have either staff and or volunteers who stay with the wolf pups 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, until we officially introduce them and put them with the existing pack there at the park. One of the reasons we do that is so that the wolf pups gain an appreciation instead of a fear of humans.
Okay.
Of course, in the wild, wolves are a very shy creature, very difficult to see. We want our visitors at the park to be able to see the wolves, see them in their natural habitat, their natural behaviors. But we also want the wolves to be comfortable with us. We want them to, again, not fear us.
Sure.
It also presents an opportunity for our staff and volunteers to bond with the wolf pups. And that presents one of the most neat byproducts of this whole process, and that is our ability to get them to howl. It doesn't always work, depending upon the weather, of course. The hotter it is, as you would imagine, the more they conserve their energy. But, the bonding process allows us not only to become familiar with them and, in essence, become part of their family, it allows us to be able to, when we do howl, we have special programs every Saturday and Sunday, depending upon what time you're there. We have special wolf howling programs, and they're wonderful. If you never heard wolves howl, it is a wonderful, wonderful program, a beautiful sound.
Well, park visitors obviously love the new wolf pups. They love seeing all the animals at Bays Mountain. So are there any plans to bring any other animals or any more wolf pups to Bays Mountain in the future?
There aren't any plans to bring other animals yet. We really don't have the facilities to do that at this point. But the wolf pups, that's a great question because we're actually hoping to introduce perhaps more wolf pups maybe within the next 2 years.
That's
Breaking
great.
news here on the Kingsport ChamberZone.
And yeah, exactly. And part of the reason we do that, and I want to kind of explain this a little bit, each pack, like a family, you'll have your grandparents, you'll have your parents, you'll have your siblings. the wolf pack really sort of operates in a similar fashion in that you want to have those kinds of dynamics. You want to have that kind of spread. And right now we really don't have that. We've got 3 existing wolves who are all the same age. These 4 wolf pups obviously are the same age. So in the next couple of years, we certainly would like to add a few more to maintain those dynamics.
Sure.
So you would see the current wolves that you have, the full-grown ones, would be the grandparents in that scenario. Your newest wolf pups would be the parents, and then the ones you bring in a couple of years would be the kids and the siblings.
Yeah,
that sort of
in
thing.
essence, to use an example, that would be the appropriate breakdown.
Well, I know there's been so much excitement about the wolves, but you do have other things going on at Bays Mountain. You have some great events planned for the summer. Talk about that.
Yeah, we do. We've got, my goodness, we've got our planetarium shows. We've got our barge rides, the 44-acre lake.
Yeah.
The barge rides. If you need a good escape on a summer day,
Yeah.
doesn't matter how hot it is, it's always a little bit cooler on the lake. Plus, there's something about being able to see the deer wade into the water and munch on the nearby water lilies, or just simply get a drink. It's a beautiful sight. 40 miles of hiking trails. Now, those trails are also used for mountain biking, so I want to be careful to mention that, because although all 40 miles are not approved, I think we've got about around 31, 32 miles of those trails are approved for mountain biking, and we have a growing number of mountain bikers up there. Our summer day camp is underway. We still have spots available for that. We're looking at hopefully having a few extra opportunities with maybe in an amphitheater, possibly looking at potentially having some plays later on in the summer toward the end.
That's good.
So we're really excited about that. We're trying to offer as much as we can for the variety of folks that we have coming up there.
Well, you called it a toy, and so one of my favorite parts about
Yeah.
Bays Mountain is your state-of-the-art planetarium. You have a number of great shows. They're just extraordinary. Your latest feature is Back to the Moon for Good, which is narrated by Tim Allen. Yes, that's the home improvement Tim Allen. So tell us about your newest feature at the planetarium.
Yeah, we're excited. This is a great show. This show is, if you enjoy moon history, particularly our race to get to the moon landings we've already had, and have any curiosity at all about how we're getting back there, this is the show you really want to see. Tim Allen, number one, who doesn't recognize that voice, does a wonderful job narrating this, and this show focuses on that effort to get back to the moon. Boy, it's a lot of fun, and you don't have to be an expert to enjoy this. We hope that folks, regardless of experience or knowledge, will come and enjoy these shows. They're wonderful shows.
Yes, they are.
Well, and speaking of fun, carrying on that theme, your zip line and ropes course is ready to go, right?
Oh boy, is it ever ready to go. We're geared up and ready for the summer. We've got opportunities on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with our zip line. We have I think the first time ever, a public high course offering that we're offering every Friday at 1:30. That's typically been one of those things that is by reservation only for groups, because it takes so many people to be able to do that the way it's supposed to be done. So this offers the opportunity, if you don't have anybody else in your group, you come every Friday at 1:30. There'll be others who'll come with you. And we'll go up on that high course, and you'll get to experience some of the things. The goal may be a little different.
Sure.
We may not be instilling team building or confidence in that, but boy, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Sure.
And it is an original experience that I promise you, if you don't mind being 30 to 40 feet up in the air, is an absolute blast.
But Rob, Bays Mountain Park is in Planetarium, is the largest city-owned park in the nation, and certainly one of the most visited. But you could not have and maintain all the wonderful features that you just talked about if it wasn't for your extraordinary group of volunteers. So talk about the volunteer opportunities you have available and how someone can become a volunteer.
To get involved, we a lot of times we just encourage folks to drop by, talk to us. They can ask for myself and or any of the naturalists on staff. We'll be glad to help them learn or understand a little bit more about what goes into volunteering, what opportunities exist. There's a variety of things that are available, Bob. Trail maintenance, volunteering with the Herpetarium, Farmstead Museum, Wolf Pups. We need assistance conducting school programs throughout the year. We have a lot of retired knowledgeable teachers and/or educators, would-be educators who were in the field of study at one time, who have helped us with those efforts. There are a lot of different ways a volunteer can go.
And I know you always encourage people to come down whenever it's convenient for them and check out the park, but you also offer memberships for those people who find themselves down there more than others. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, we do, and I'm glad you said that because, not a lot of people realize that we even offer memberships. We offer year-round memberships for as little as $25 for an individual or $35 for a family. You can buy a year-round membership that will get you into the park free every time you come, get you into the gate, but it also gets you, depending upon your membership level, it will get you between 2 to 6 free program passes per visit.
Oh, wow.
Now, those 6, let's use the family membership, for example. What that means is if you've got a family, let's say of 4, and you have up to 6 passes per program per visit. If you want to bring 2 friends, they're not charged anything. They fall underneath your level of program passes. In other words, we're encouraging folks to come. Bring your family, bring your friends, enjoy the fruits of that membership. Come as often as you like. There's no restriction on it. It's real easy, in fact, to make your money back on a purchase of an individual or family membership, sometimes even in one visit.
Well, Rob, if someone wanted to join through that membership program, if they wanted to volunteer, see the list of your planetarium shows, all of your events and activities, tell us where they can find anything they need to know about Bays Mountain.
Yeah, our website is newly designed within the past 2 years, is a great resource. Simply go to www.baysmountain.com. Of course, we also have a Facebook fan page, Bays Mountain Park and Planetarium. And if that doesn't work, just give us a call at 423-229-9447, and we'll be more than glad to help you out any way we possibly can.
Well, Rob Cole with Bays Mountain, even though you didn't bring the wolf pups, and I'm really disappointed, the fact that you had all this other information to share with us makes up for it. So thank you so much for taking your time to come and talk to us today. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate being so gracious and forgiving.
Thanks, Rob. And there's more of your CZ from Texas Roadhouse right after this. We're almost done with this CZ, which means it's time. We can finally order from the wonderful menu here at Texas Roadhouse.
I want this.
Yes, we're just going to order the whole menu. Start with the fried pickles, the fall off the bone ribs.
Fried pickles.
And the ribs are just our appetizer as well, because there's so many wonderful items here at the Texas Roadhouse on Stone Drive. Also, they have a number of wonderful catering services. If you've not been here, come and visit Texas Roadhouse here on Stone Drive. We want to thank them for hosting your CZ today. They're an outstanding team. And speaking of great teams, the team at Charter Media for producing our show.
You'll find another great team as well at your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce. They would love to tell you what's going on in Kingsport. So if you need that information, then you can check them out on Facebook. You can follow them on Twitter. You can give them a call at 392-8800, or you can look at their website, which is kingsportchamber.org. And last but certainly not least, you can just watch us.
Watch us every day of the week. We're in your homes every single day.
Every day.
And a reminder, Fun Fest is right around the corner. The Fun Fest store will open on Friday, June the 20th at 9 a.m. It's open every weekday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Closed on Sundays. And don't forget, Fun Fest this year will run July 11th through the 19th.
And to get you ready for the Fun Fest Parade, we of course will have the 61st Annual Mack Riddle American Legion Independence Day Parade here in Kingsport. That will be Friday, July the 4th, so be sure to check that out.
And to our next visit together on your CZ, we're Bob and Laura reminding you to please be loyal
And buy local. Have a great week.
Okay, let's order.
Okay.